Hello everyone, today we have Den, GBB21, Solo Elimination. Den is to me, a new beatboxer. He's new to the scene as well. So, like Max, this is very, very new and very exciting to watch Den jump up onto the GBB stage. He had an amazing wildcard to get into the competition. So we're going to watch, react, and analyze the Den elimination. And as always, I've got my judge notes from the live performance, and I will also give my opinions on the video. I will also tell you where I ended up placing him and where he ended up placing. And as always, please click into the description to the original video and go and drop a like and show some support on the original video. And then we come back into this. Okay, now we're ready. With no more to do or say, let's watch this Den elimination. Wow, I'm hyped.
Yo.
Yes. We got two left, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage for the first time. Representing for Canada. Had himself one of the most fire wild cards I've heard in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Den!
Yeah, go on, Den.
I'm looking out at the crowd. We got two people left that are coming on this stage to go and perform for you. I asked you at the beginning if you would be so true and cockfastly, making sure that you'd be going, giving the energy the whole time. If you're ready to keep your side of the deal up and make some noise, give it up for Den one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. Let's go, Den.
From Canada. You already know what to do.
I'm intrigued
I say the 3,
to watch
they say
this.
the 2 and the 1. Ladies and gentlemen, starting in 3.
I wanted you to know that I'm just I wanted you to know. I wanted you
That's
to
nice.
know that I am ready.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna little rewind so I can enjoy that pitch again. He does like a little remix out. He's showing that he's potentially about to do 2 covers. So he's doing the I wanted you to know and also the I'm just a bachelor. Showing a little intro at the start. That's a cool little mix.
I wanted you to know that I am ready to go. Heartbeats, a heartbeat. I wanted you to know whenever you are around, I can't speak, I can't.
Yeah, look at that bass. Oh. Yeah, really nice pitch. Just the pitch.
I'm hoping you to know that I've been ready to go. Heartbeat, a heartbeat. I'm hoping you to know whenever you up around, can't speak, I can't.
Oh, the pitching is just awesome. The pitching.
Sing like nobody's listening, dance like nobody's watching you. Sing like nobody's listening, dance like.
Steve Lobro, I think.
Everybody's looking at you.
Wow. I'm always in synchronization. Oh man, his beatboxing, man. I'm gonna talk on this after. Oh. Wow. Oh my god.
I'm just a bachelor, looking for a partner, someone who knows how to ride without even falling.
His pitches are amazing. His control. Hey.
I ain't no one-trick pony. Double ups. I wanted you to know that I am ready to go.
At the end of all of that, he's still gonna be in such good control of the pitching. Yeah, smashed
Give it up for
it.
Dan
Smashed
representing.
it.
Come on. Once again, first time on a GBB stage. Warsaw, make him feel welcome. Give it up. Come on, Dan.
What's up? It's Dan.
Sick
Thanks
hoodie,
so much
man.
for watching my video.
Sick
you can check
hoodie.
me out on Instagram and YouTube under Dan Beatbox.
Let's go, Den. Oh my god, I'm a big fan of this style coming in. All right, so let's just jump straight into this because I need to. I'm desperate to jump in. This one is quite straightforward. I'm still going to go into detail with it though. I've been thinking about how I want to approach explaining this one. I'm going to explain to you some of my thoughts across the whole thing, and then I'm going to rank it, and then I will justify. All right, so to start, I want to say that he has some of the most incredible combinations of sounds and pitching, or a better way to word it, sounds that can be pitched. He has some of the best in the world right now of sounds that can be pitched in combination. And I'm not just talking about this is sick. This is like the best one actually. But there is actually different varieties of them with the oscillations and just humming pitching and like lip basses and lip sounds like he's keeping it at that 120 tempo, and he stayed true to the tempo along the way. He's also the best out of all in the pitches right now, and there's only Hartzell left. So after 25 people, Den is displaying the best note control, pitch control. For me, is for sure. Totally like incredible. It's just really great. Ultra consistent. Every note how it wants to be. And he's going in and out and stuff as well. Like the is in all, but he's going in and out with doing inward bass and then humming pitching, and then the vocal at the end again was just as good at the start. So he's so talented with that. He's also a really complex beatboxer. It's something that I found out in this elimination, is that his combinations and his ideas are so fresh. So Den is a fresh new name, and I'm so happy he was up on this GBB stage right now. Okay, so one little score down that I had, and this elevated my judging philosophy in this video. So he was approaching this with 2 covers, and he did like a remix of the covers that was disconnected from the cover itself. So there's a score down on originality in my judge system, but there is also a score up on originality. So he's so original to bring a remix to an idea and a track. However, the core of him and his piece and his attack is vocalization, pitching, and the theme, and that is all from the songs. So Den doing a cover is actually even more detrimental than maybe others doing a cover because of what Den is and how he beatboxes. It fits hand in hand with somebody that makes an original melody or lyricism and creating a piece that he's made. That might never be the intention. Den might never do that, which is like completely fine. Like there is people that are incredible at taking the cover fundamental of a track and delivering it in their own way. However, I'm scoring originality, and originality comes from lyrics, it comes from melodies, it comes from arrangement. So one more thing was the structure from start to finish had really good qualities, like he kept in tempo the entire time, and he bounced from cover to cover and idea to idea very nicely. However, the amount of sounds and varieties and combos that were chopped in and out along the way just felt like there was a little bit too much going on in this 4 minutes. Little side note on that though, that was impressive because I didn't expect that from Den. I didn't expect him to have these many attacks. And as he said, he is not a one-trick pony, I can hear that. Okay, now the final thing to mention, I'm going to say after this. Here's the list, and it's quite straightforward. I have Den in the 24th spot, and he ended up in the 19th spot. So I actually had him a little bit lower than the other judges as well. Now, I just want to make one thing very clear. If this was beatboxing in a room, he'd be in the top 8. However, the sound barrier, I think, hit him the hardest in terms of what he's doing in comparison to what comes through. Now, that is a series of certain things that got him this lower placement, which is a massive shame. And I will say one thing, by the way, if I was ranking this on video alone, he would be right around the best 16 mark. So again, it would be elevated massively. So actually, it's amazing that the way he's beatboxing is able to sound so great in video format too. He gets the justice he deserves for his great beatboxing. Now, I will express the situation from the live perspective. So there's some approaches that he's using that are very tough to come through a sound system. For example, the teeth lip roll. I think it's a teeth lip roll he's using. Either it's a teeth lip roll or it's a standard lip roll technique with the mic a little bit further away than it needs to be. Also, these bass to pitch combination in and out, I believe is a tough combo to get through the sound system, especially when it's not a dry boxed environment. It's a very open and spilly environment, which makes it even harder to pick up on the change, the interchange of pitching. And he's the biggest pitch interchanger out of all of them. River too was doing it as well. A lot of pitch interchanges. Rivers was very direct with the mouth to the microphone, and it was all outwards. Inwards, I've got a feeling, makes it slightly harder to hear. So with the drums and the bass happening, it was quite low volume through the sound system. So it's very hard to connect with certain parts that we really wanted to. Another thing to say is I'm noticing I would say a lack of focus on the percussive quality. So what I think that means is Den is focusing on making sure the sounds come out clean and focusing on the piece being how it needs to be arranged. And that means that there's less focus on the fundamental drum quality, because I'm noticing that some of the kicks are quiet, some of the kicks are loud, some of the hi-hats roll at a low volume and some roll at a good volume. So it's very, very inconsistent with the volume. And I also think the mic technique was playing a part in it too. I noticed him coming away from the mic quite a few times, where the mic's going to need to kind of stay in the same area to keep the percussion and the fundamentals going in the same volume. But the K snare was a taste of what the percussion could have been all the way through. So that would be the drum sound that he would use as a benchmark to maintain the entire way through. Now, it feels really bad to say all these things. The problem for this one was just quite simple. It was the mic technique and the sound system didn't support the beatboxing, as I said, with quite a few cases. So it just resulted in a lower score. It was quite simple as I was going through the elimination and listening. I was thinking the beatbox sounds and is better than a lot of people that are going to be scoring higher, but the problem is we can't connect to the volume and the way that this is translated through the sound barrier, which is the microphone and the sound system. I just couldn't connect to it. A lot of the parts were quite low in volume. It was pretty, in some cases it was quite choppy like this. Terrible example, but that's what I'm trying to explain. So in a couple of categories, he's scoring in the top 4, like pitch control and melody variety. He just hits a chord or a note that you didn't expect. So it's so pleasing to see. Den's growing to be one of my favorite styles, which is really awesome for me to say. So I'm just excited to see the development of Den, and it's a shame about these sounds that didn't come through so well. I actually want to give a very similar comparison, you know. This is going to be to Stitch's Elimination. Just a quick little thing. These two are quite similar in the way of approaching it musically and having some problems with the sounds coming through the sound system. So Den displayed an incredible pitch quality that nobody could match. However, Stitch was coming with some original compositional track pieces, and so they kind of evened out in the way. Stitch was using some very mind-blowing sound effects, which caused me to score him higher. Plus, I was scoring more originality points for some of the things. Also, Stitch was generally having a more consistent volume across the sound effects. There was only one part that had a bigger slip-off, so the dynamic was a little bit more consistent in comparison to the Den one. I don't want to compare too much. I don't want to compare between two incredible artists. I just want to stare at the camera and say Den is an incredible beatboxer, and his placement doesn't display that. That's all. It was not a very fun feeling to have to put Den where I placed him, just because I really, really love the beatbox and I really appreciate the qualities that are very intricate. And I've got a feeling I'm picking up on some details that even others aren't. So I'm in love with the ideas of Den. But yeah, when it comes through to the sound system and the speaker, this is one of the most valuable aspects, is the fundamentals coming through the sound system to me. So this is basically as high as I could have got the score out for him. Yeah, ticking all kind of boxes. He shouldn't be changing his style. Just the approach to the sound system, I guess. Also, each venue is different. So I personally beatbox differently per venue. I check the atmosphere and I manipulate how I'm going to perform and what I'm going to do. And that's just things that come with experience, presumably. Well, yes, apart from that, let me know in the comments what you thought of Den's beatbox. I loved it. And yeah, he smashed it. He went up there and smashed it. And he had really good control over the dry mouth too, which was nice to see. Big up to Den, big up to Swiss Beatbox, big up all of you. Cheers for watching this one, and I'll see you on the next one.